So the division rivals were putting in some work this weekend. The Giants got their win over the Vikings, their first playoff win in 11 years, and the Cowboys got their first win against Brady. You know what? I'm not surprised by this. I actually picked the Giants and the Cowboys to win, so I'm not completely surprised. And I do want to give them their credit. Whatever I say in this video, I don't want to discredit them because it's tough to win any playoff game, especially on the road. So the Giants got a good win. The Cowboys had a really good win. But the question of the day, am I worried? Am I worried about the Giants? Am I worried about a potential NFC Championship game against the Cowboys? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not worried about the Giants. I see the potential of the Cowboys beating us, but I'm not worried that that's going to happen, if that makes sense. Because this is what I'll say about the Cowboys. When they're, and I hate to admit this, but when they're at their best, they really can beat anybody. The reason why nobody ever believes in the Cowboys is because they've given us consistent history of not living up to that and playing and showing up these playoff games, playing flat and just embarrassing themselves in the playoffs. So that's why we don't believe they can do it, and I still don't believe they can do it. But as far as the Giants go, look, the win against the Vikings was cute. But I think we all knew deep down the Vikings were frauds, and they kind of showed that the whole year. They did beat the Bills, and I'll give them credit for that, even though the Bills kind of gave them that game with the Josh Allen botched snap on their own side of the field. When you saw what they really were when they played us, when they played the Cowboys, when they played, even Detroit came in and beat them pretty bad. They almost lost to Washington, and they almost lost to the Giants. So I think we all kind of knew this was coming when it's Kirk Cousins. And even though that game to me wasn't really on Kirk Cousins, that defense was bad most of the year, not all of it. And that run defense was bad. Teams have just picked that defense apart. I think that's what really lost on that game against the Giants. Daniel Jones threw for 300 yards, ran for 78 yards. So I think that's more what cost them the game. But when you look at it, nobody really ever believed in the Vikings, we're being honest. So this is why I'm not worried about the Giants. I saw us handle them pretty easily the first time. Yes, that second time, our starters were in. They played their backups. It was close. I think they were protecting Jalen Hurts, and I think it was more of a, maybe this is what I would like to believe, but I think it was just more of a conservative game plan. They were just trying to protect Jalen Hurts, don't show too much, and get out of there with the win. So, and with the Giants, look, there's levels to this. And I want to, because at first I was like, I don't know if I want to see the Giants a third time, especially in such little time. But what I found out is teams who have beat their division rival twice in the regular season are 21-14 when they see them in the playoffs for the third time. And look, at the end of the day, like I said, there's levels to this. You saw what the 49ers did to the Seahawks. It doesn't matter how many times the Seahawks play the 49ers this year. The 49ers are going to win. I think it's a similar case. The Giants got a good playoff win, but they haven't seen, especially an Eagles team that's going to be close to full strength. Well, I guess they have seen them, but you know what I mean. Like it's a whole different animal than the Vikings, who they barely squeak by. And yeah, again for the Cowboys, that win over Tampa was impressive. I'm not, again, don't want to take credit away from them for that. They dominated Tampa, really made them look bad. I've never seen Brady. I wouldn't say never seen Brady, but it's been a while at least I've seen Brady that flustered. And the way he was just disconnected with all his receivers, and they were not on the same page at all. Their defense played an amazing game. And Dak was dotting them all over the place. He rolled out in the second, I think it was the second touchdown. He rolled out and threw it back across the field to Dalton Schultz. Yeah, Dak played great, and he's capable of that. I just don't think he'll do it consistently, just like their whole team. But yeah, Dallas has their own animal with the 49ers next week, so good luck with that, because the 49ers are dangerous, and we'll see what happens there before we get to. They need to worry about the 49ers like we need to worry about the Giants, even though I'm making this video. But yeah, they need to worry about the 49ers, and we need to worry about the Giants. So if they take care of business, we'll see them in the NFC Championship, I believe. But if not, it is what it is. So yeah, we'll see how they handle the 49ers before I would say I'm necessarily worried, because Tampa was just not a good team all year, we're being honest. We just thought because they had Tom Brady, their problems would just magically go away, and that did not happen, obviously. So the Giants and the Cowboys, good wins, I'll admit, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm worried just yet.